Welcome to Pro 7 Soccer. Today we're going to look at the game between Wolves and Man City on Friday 27th December. A game won 3-2 by Wolves that led to Man City manager Pep Guardiola declaring that the race for the title was over, that Liverpool could not be caught. This was Man City's 5th defeat of the season. That's the same as near neighbours Manchester United, 2 more than Wolves, and even 1 more than newly promoted Sheffield United. Whilst there can be no doubt about City's quality going forwards, it is their defensive frailties that are letting them down time and time again. We are going to look specifically at the Ederson red card and the catalogue of defensive errors that occurred in the lead up to City going down to 10 men. There are lessons for coaches and players in this analysis that apply at any level of the game. We have highlighted Sergio Aguero in the top left of the screen. As the striker in City's 4-3-3 formation, Aguero's job when out of possession is to press from the front. He should be pressing the central defensive players, in this case Wolves centre-back Cody, while Sterling and Mahrez, City's wide men in the front three, should be marking Wolves players occupying the wide channels. We can see from Aguero's body shape and head position that he is not focused on his job. He seems to have a problem with a Wolves player when he should be much closer and applying pressure to Wolves centre-back Cody, who is on the ball. Aguero realises his error and makes an effort to close down Cody, but before he can get to the Wolves man, Cody has been able to travel nearly 18 yards with the ball. He has plenty of space and time, and you can see him with his head up looking for a forward pass. Aguero's lack of pressure on the man in possession is the first in the catalogue of defensive errors for Man City prior to the Ederson red card. As the camera angle pans out, we can see that despite Cody being gifted loads of time and space and the opportunity to play a forward pass, the Man City defence has kept a really high line. A basic principle of defence is that if you cannot apply pressure to the opposition and prevent forward passes, then you need to mark the space behind. The Man City defence have left nearly the whole of their half empty when the man in possession has all the time in the world to pick a pass into that space. Diogo Jota recognises this space and starts his run. Cody plays a good long ball, but it has to be said, any player in the Premier League should be able to play this pass when there's so much space to hit the ball into. Well-drilled defences will include at least one designated leader who determines the depth of the line that defence holds and will instruct the other members of the defence to step up and close the space in front or to drop deeper and mark the space behind. If there is pressure on the ball, then the defence should step up and deny space in front and not allow the opposition to play forward passes. If there is no pressure on the ball, then the defence needs to drop to deny space behind and reduce the risk of a ball over the top. It's clear that there's no leader in the Man City defence, or if there is, that they have not been coached to make the right decision. This is the second defensive error in the lead up to the red card, and it makes you wonder if it would have happened if former City captain Vincent Kompany had been playing. To make matters worse, we can now see that not only is the Man City defence playing far too high up the pitch, they are also disorganised. Kyle Walker is not kept in line with the others in the back four and is a good 5 to 10 yards behind the defensive line, clearly playing Jota onside. An argument could be made that the depth Walker is playing at is more like the depth the whole back four should have been, but that only works if the whole defence are on the same page and playing as a unit. 3 errors in a row, Aguero not applying pressure, the defence too high, and Walker not staying in line have all happened before Ederson has even been involved. Ederson now panics due to the situation in front of him and makes a rash decision. He decides to leave his box and sprint out to try and get the ball before Jota. As our image here shows, there is no chance of Ederson making it first with nearly 18 yards to cover and the ball almost under Jota's control. Kyle Walker can also be seen making a last-ditch attempt to catch the Wolves forward. Jota reaches the ball a good 5 yards before Ederson. Ederson should have remained in his penalty area, delayed the action of Jota and made the striker make the first move. Whilst unlikely, this may have given time for Walker to recover and put in a challenge or block. Ederson may have also saved the attempt. We know what happens next. Ederson is overcommitted to the challenge, the ball's chipped over his head by Jota, and the referee has no choice but to give a red card when the striker is taken out. It was Ederson's error that saw him sent off, but a whole host of defensive errors, starting with Aguero, that saw Man City reduced to 10 men. Now for the coaching points. Defending starts at the front. If pressure cannot be applied on the ball, drop deeper to deny space behind. Stay organised and in line. Every defence needs a leader. And remain patient. Make the opposition beat you. Don't gift them opportunities. Thank you for watching this tactical analysis of Wolves v Man City and the Ederson red card. Please remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends.